Okay, seems we are live. Nice. I'm going to work a little bit on my side projects and yeah, just kind of decided again I do not do that on stream, you know. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. Hello, D Gaming, Axel Pro. Hey. Hello. Hi Al. Last time when we streamed, we had a goal to hit 100 likes. Managed that. Let's try 200 this time. What do you think? Doable? Can we reach likes? We'll see. I'm curious. Is it doable? Thomas, hello. Yeah, moving, and that's also kind of experiment to see if it even works. Seems that music probably is playing, probably you hear me, so so far so good, you know. Want to know, can we use old Mac OS to learn iOS development? Well, you have to start with Swift, and to learn Swift you do not need much, you know. Whatever Xcode version is running on your Mac, that will be fine, you know. You can even do that on iPad. That's of course not kind of the best way to do that, but technically possible to start to do something, to start learning Swift, even SwiftUI. Even on iPad you can do that. Thomas, you hear the music. That could be amazing if everything really working. Seems that yeah, it works. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Yesterday I streamed on Twitch, those, you know, coworking streams when I'm not sharing the screen but just doing that coworking, just running Pomodoro timers. Gosh, what's going on with my English? And yeah, I had kind of problems with audio on PC, but seems that I kind of fixed it. Hopefully, seems that it works fine. Axel is programmer too. I'm a student, I want to be software engineer. Great. Yeah, keep going, yeah. How many hours you spend on your working desk? Way too much, I will say. In winters more, in summers less. I don't know. You know, today I started work at about 7. I had kind of lunch break, and when my wife, usually when my wife is coming back from work, I have about 2-3 hours kind of also family time. And yeah, sometimes I'm kind of coming back and do a few more hours of work. Now it is 10 p.m. in my time zone. Probably I will be here for about 2 hours, and yeah, then we'll go to sleep. I would say maybe, how much? 10 plus hours, something like that. It's a very good channel for programming. Oh, thank you. But yeah, you know, I'm kind of switching between programming, then some content creating. For example, today I did writing for about an hour, you know. I was writing that post that I posted today on the morning, not post, thread on the morning about about Copilot integration in Xcode. I wrote a few more pieces. Then I learned a little bit on one course about thumbnail creation for YouTube, stuff like that. Those are not just, I don't know, programming for 10 hours straight, you know. Also, I was on meeting for about 2 hours, so that's also, I don't know. I had Bluetooth headphones, I kind of listened at that meeting, walked around, prepared my lunch, all that stuff, you know. So, what is the name on my keyboard? Keyboard is iQnix ZX75. That's quite nice keyboard and oh, actually that's wrong answer, but whatever. Company is the same. I had L80. I switched now to ZX75, but it's the same company. And that in background is OG80 keyboard. That's also cool, like that as well, but this is my current favorite. Okay. I will switch. What are your thoughts about Flutter? I made a video about Flutter to do not repeat all that kind of long talk every time. Let's see if I have it here under the command. Flutter is not bad for, I don't know, for small MVP projects, all that stuff. But it's kind of becomes, it becomes hard to manage quite fast. Unibody MacBook. I don't know that reference, Unibody MacBook. Whatever will support your kind of latest Xcode. Well, if you don't need MacBook actually to learn programming. Mac Mini is great computer for programmers, powerful, fast machine. If you can't afford M1, M2 Mac Mini, that's fine. Use Intel i5, whatever you can find, and you will be great. If you will get Intel i5 MacBook, you can upgrade RAM in that machine as well, so that machine will last for long years ahead. That's one thing. Another thing, you will be able to upgrade it for also, yeah, for if you will need that. About MX Master 3, best mouse for program. Yeah, it's great. I have MX Master 3S here as well. I'm switching time to time to vertical mouse just for ergonomic reasons, you know, just to, I don't know, to change kind of hand position, all that stuff. If I get $1 for every Flutter question, exactly. Do you have any course or do you offer consultancy on how to become app indie dev? No, I don't. And I don't know. I'm kind of creating content around that. Maybe I will do some kind of, I don't know, some summary to kind of put that content together, add something else, and make it something like a course, you know. Or I don't know, maybe to create some mentorship group, something like that, but not like to teach, but just to come together and, yeah, kind of teach, but teach each other, you know. But that is kind of, I don't know, when I will see that there is kind of really need for that, and because that's kind of a lot of time, you know, to do that, to prepare something like a course and all that stuff, you know. So therefore I'm just sharing everything, answering all the questions, whatever I have, whatever are asked, and yeah, that is the way how I'm basically sharing what I'm trying, what I'm doing. Some tips on becoming a successful solo indie app development. Build more than one application, build multiple projects, and yeah, just build and analyze. You have to analyze your kind of mistakes. You have to have some assumptions. Basically, you are building something, you have some kind of plan in the mind, you are thinking about something, and then you have to take a look. So did you reach your goals? Not. If not, why not? What was wrong? What you would like to kind of change next time, stuff like that, you know. There is no kind of silver bullet or some, I don't know, some kind of just secret component for successful startup. Most of successful creators, most of successful indie developers build and failed a lot of projects. Basically, that's the same like startups, you know. 1 from 10 startups is great and another fails. So today your revenue is bigger from freelancing or from indie apps? I will say, I don't know, maybe 50-50, let's say so. Because from indie apps, I don't know, I didn't know after New Year I see kind of quite a big spike in sales, and we'll see when I will get kind of when I will get money from Apple at the end of the month, then I will see. But currently it looks that it could get to 50-50, you know. We'll see. But yeah, let's say if you're asking about current status, basically paycheck on December, so freelancing still was kind of bigger kind of revenue than in the apps. But we'll see. It's getting kind of close. And that also, oh, I see my screen is frozen. Let me, why? Let me try to fix that. Okay, now it's working. Good. All good. Fix it. I saw in one of your videos that you made your first app for portfolio and then you show Upwork screen. Do you get freelance from Upwork until today? No, last time I did any freelance work, let's see. Upwork, I guess something 2018 maybe. But I didn't do anything. That is my freelancer. Here is my freelancer's account. I have some messages here. What's that? Probably something from Upwork bot. Yeah, just announcements. Profile. Here we are. Yeah. Oh, that is very late. December 2018. Actually no, May 2020-21. Oh, so back into I finished. That project is closed, but probably that customer just forgot to close this project. I don't remember, but because it looks very long kind of time period from 2018 to 2021, probably that is just closed. I think I see here, for example, is project from November to December 2018. So yeah, most likely that's the case. Something late 2018 was my kind of very last kind of project on Upwork. Privet. I learned Flutter and I like this framework for the full stack app delivery food. Yeah, I agree, Bob. For fast MVP, Flutter is great. Yeah, I don't have problems, with Flutter like that. I'm not hater or whatever, but and I agree for quick startup that for MVP that could be great tool to build it. How do you get your current freelance project? Currently, I have long ongoing projects. For example, I was working on one project, and then at the end of it was at the end of the not previous year but year before previous year, my old kind of customer reached out and asked if I'm open for to work on their project. I kind of said, yeah, I'm in, and in last year January I started to work again with them. Basically, that's how I got my current project. Customer came back to me and kind of asked if I'm ready to work with them on project, and I'm still working. Basically, I'm already a year in on that project. For last, I will say, since 2018, 2019, I had two different kind of customers. I had one customer, this current one. I had current one customer. Basically, then I kind of finished working with them, closed that part of the project, switched to another one project. Again, it was long period of work, and switched back. So I'm not looking for new projects often, so that's kind of easy for me, you know. From work perspective, for me, currently I have consultant agreement. I'm working as a freelancer consultant, but from work perspective, that almost looks like full-time work, you know. I'm just working for about 8 hours every day for that client. Whatever projects, whatever tasks we have, I'm doing, that's it, and I'm sending invoice once in a month, done. For me, at current period, currently it is very convenient, because I like that I can just do not worry about next project, and I can spend all my free time to create content or work on my own application. So I'm kind of happy with this situation for now. Okay, what I'm planning to build now. Do you have any recommendations for updated SwiftUI course? If you're asking about some not premium, but senior kind of level, it's kind of tricky, because all the courses are mostly targeted on beginners. So actually, no, I don't know anything which is kind of advanced, because everyone basically teaching the same. Maybe not everyone, but what I see, most of the teachers teaching basics. Okay, I come up with the idea for. I have one fix already implemented for my habit tracking application, and that could be kind of cool to deliver it. And then I come up with the idea that, you know, I'm thinking about monetization for that habit tracking application, and I decided that could be cool if I will add, you know, kind of premium feature, something like that. I could already existing users, I could kind of add those features for free. Or for example, if I will start to show ads in the app, I could, for example, do not show those ads to my very first kind of users, those who are using application now. Basically, I don't know, first 1,000 users, something like that. And to do that, to be able that, I should have some identifier in the application for those users, you know. Currently, I don't have it. And I'm thinking that maybe at current moment, that doesn't make big sense to kind of start to show up in that app ads, because there are not so much users. There are not kind of that will be not profitable to show ads for, I don't know, few hundred users. But later down in the road, if I will decide to start to use to show ads, then maybe I would like to do not show them to my very beginners, for very first users, you know. Are you posting code on GitHub? Yes, I do. Can you get that is closed repository, private repository. Yeah, no problem. All good. All is good. Okay, and here then we will need... Maybe I will add it as a task. I'm thinking that I will check at least. Hey, Amber, hello. Hey, Jay, hello. Did you start your first indie app while you were still beginning with iOS development, or were you already working professionally with it? So, long story short, when I started learning iOS development, I wanted to be indie developer, but I launched about 3 or 4 apps in the App Store, probably 2. I don't remember, 2 or 3 app stores in the App Store, doesn't matter. And I made close to nothing money. And I understand that I have to have kind of... so I was working as a product manager by the day, and on weekends and nights I tried to learn programming and build my own indie apps. And of course, while I was learning, it became very slow. It moved forward very slowly because I just started to learn how to build those applications. At the same time, I tried to make kind of profitable applications, and I understand that this is really hard because I have to compete with those guys who are working for 8 or more hours in a day basically on those applications and know how to do programming. So I understand that I have to probably switch. I have to have more time to program. I decided, okay, I will start freelancing. I will switch careers. I will go away from product management. Will start freelancing, and basically I will learn programming while I will get paid to do that. Freelancing was my way to still kind of earn money and start kind of immerse myself in programming more, kind of do programming. So, and for some moment I was very busy with the freelancing stuff, learning iOS development, everything like that. I just had portfolio items. Those portfolio apps did close to nothing money. And I don't know where it was, a few years ago, I kind of started to focus a bit more on those indie applications and started to finally kind of take it seriously and try to kind of build profitable app portfolio. And that kind of started to work out. So that's a bit longish kind of story, but that's how it is, yeah. How I started to do those indie apps. Kind of started from beginning, but I totally didn't have a understanding what I'm doing, and I didn't have enough things, enough skills to build those apps. Hey Alexei, hello. Martin Lasek, we have Martin Lasek in the chat as well. Hello. Are you using your own Habit app? Yes, I do. Sorry, I missed you in the chat. Here it is on the screen. I'm kind of tracking my daily writing goal. I'm trying to be more consistent on Twitter, and so far I am on how many? 17. It's 18 days actually already. I posted today on Twitter as well. Yeah, I do. Any plans for unboxing video for M2 MacBook Pro, M2 Max? No, I will do my best to do not buy it, How old did you started to learn programming? I don't know, professionally I was in about 39, something like that, when I kind of did that story what I just told about iOS development. I noticed that you are using Spark as an email client. How do you find it? I do not use it anymore. I used it for a long time, for many years. And I don't like how they're moving to the new desktop application and so on. And I kind of simplify my emails, and I'm kind of using kind of default. I see that Apple default email application is fine. Martin using their app. Yeah, when you are using your applications, it's really good because you are kind of dog fooding that application. You find how to improve it. That's otherwise it's kind of hard to improve it. I had a short, YouTube short this week. No, last week probably. I don't remember already. Everything is blurry. Probably that was last week, maybe this week. But I did a YouTube short about dog fooding. Is there a job opportunity in iOS development and or lack of stuff? Yeah, there is opportunities. How busy is your life being indie dev, freelancer, content creator? Very busy. Do you have wife, kids? Yes, wife, 2 kids and dog. How you balance that? Badly. I don't know. I enjoy everything that I'm doing in my late 30s, early 40s. I think that most of the men in about 40s already know what they want and don't want to do if they and kind of trying to switch. If earlier, that's fine. But if I'm talking from my perspective, in 30s, in 20s, I didn't know what I want to do. In 30s, I kind of started to find what I like to do. And now I'm doing exactly what I want to do. And besides that, I like everything that I do. I like. Besides that, I don't know. I'm spending time with family. I'm sleeping and I'm eating. And if I'm sitting at home, I'm basically working on something all the time. In summers, I don't know, I'm spending less time on that. When I'm traveling, I'm spending less time on that than I'm doing some kind of minimum of something, and that's it. And all of the rest time I'm spending on all of that, and I'm doing that for fun, Those live streams, for example, that is for fun. YouTube channel, that is for fun. Yeah, there is some minimum kind of, some small amount of money, but I'm not doing that for money, If I will do that for money, then spending the time on freelancing or working on indie apps will be more valuable. I don't know. And just planning, and that's it, I'm not planning to do video courses about programming. Maybe something about indie development, maybe. But there are so many teachers, so good teachers, I don't know. Hacking with Swift resources, amazing. Sean Allen doing great YouTube courses about great YouTube channel and great courses about programming, and those are just few. I do not see that I can add much to that. Can I learn programming for MacBook 13 2017? You can learn, definitely. Will you run into the problems with newer Xcode versions? I don't know. Check out which macOS is supported. Hi, in the snowy evening. Yesterday I started to play with Swift Playgrounds. No need to just damn it every evening and move forward to more serious stuff. Congrats, Carlis. Congrats. Yeah, keep going, Everyone's starting somewhere from zero, MX Anywhere. I don't know what is MX Anywhere actually. MX Master 3 is great mouse. MX Anywhere, I don't know. You can learn with 2017. Yeah, probably. About professional work, hard to say, I'm software developer, also working from home, contractor, but in other technologies I was looking for something I can work for myself. I had a lot of ideas and now I'm thinking on iOS indie dev. If you already software developer and working as contractor, I would suggest you to try to build products using the same tools that you're already using, because building a business and at the same time kind of learning new technology stuff, it's kind of hard. That is not easy, and usually it is not necessary. I don't know, if you are building web applications, probably you can come up with a business idea for web application and so on. If it is something, I don't know, DevOps or something, even then you can come up with somehow productize what you can do, But sure, if you like to learn iOS development, go for it. That's fun. I'm just saying that you're making that. Probably you're making it harder for you to make. If end goal is to build business. If you like to learn iOS development and build iOS applications, and that could be cool to earn money as well. That's totally different thing. Go for it. If main goal is build business, take a look on tech stack with which you are familiar. You're already familiar with problems that you are solving there. Probably you can come up with better business ideas as well. If you have an app idea, how do you get an Android version? I do not care about Android versions, that's it. Android, yeah, I know that there are more Android phones on the world, but if you are looking on paying customers, most of the customers which are willing to spend money on apps are on iOS, so I'm fine with that. Did you work with clients? If yes, how did you manage the time shift? I'm working about 8 hours in a day on freelance projects, that's it. Do you have Xmaster for Mac? No, now I have normal one. Yeah, I have a normal one, but I'm using it connected with Bluetooth. Most web apps that can be successful are B2B. I don't know. Marketing is not easy. No, marketing on iOS side is not easy. iOS market is already very crowded. That is not kind of, I don't know, that Eldorado time is ended already. Ask Martin Lasek. For example, has this fitness app. Is it easy to earn money? Is it easy to attract customers? No, definitely no. Actually, I'm writing post. I will publish it tomorrow. Basically, I and my another friend kind of both of us launched habit tracking application, and our results are very different. And my friend, he got 6 downloads. I got 484 downloads on yesterday when we compared numbers. And my application is not better. It's just kind of, content marketing, all that stuff. If you will launch application without any marketing, be ready that you will see close to 0 sales. Martin also what he's doing. He's doing live streams. He's kind of building his application on live streams. He's sharing on Twitter. He's sharing on Instagram. Basically, he's creating content around his app, and I'm pretty sure big part of his customers are coming because of his content. You have to work hard on that marketing, and if your marketing is good, then you can lead those customers to web app or to App Store or Google Play, basically whatever. Do you know about MacBook Pro, M2 Pro or Max? Yeah, I know. They are on sale now, on pre-order. Want to learn Swift as well? No. Broaden my mobile skills. Can you suggest good resources for state management? Wait a minute. Where you run? Can you explain, Adria, how do you run into the problems where you need to manage state? That sounds like more like Flutter problem, I mean, US clients until... what? I missed something? How do you manage time shift? I am not working now for US clients. I had a customer in US, but nowadays work usually is asynchronous, And for that customer, the big part of the team was in Russia. That's one of the reasons why I stopped working with that customer. But customer company was registered in US, and we were in different time zones, but whatever. I had contract where I have to work for 27 hours in a week. Basically, those are 2/3 of full-time work, 27 hours, and I was working on whatever hours was kind of good for me, What do you think about artificial intelligence? Did you know ChatGPT can generate codes to Swift for? Yeah, I know. I played around with it. It's not so cool, but I like GitHub Copilot, for example. That's a big help. Could you give a link to Martin? Oh, thank you, Jay. Here is link. Martin was just few minutes ago in the chat. If you will browse in the chat, you can find him in the chat as well and get to his YouTube channel. And yeah, here is link to Martin as well. Yeah. Do you think there is difference between marketing to B2B and B2C? I mean, it's easier on one side or on the other. I will say no. I will say there is no difference because main principles are the same. You have to do marketing where your customers are. It doesn't make sense to make, I don't know, to share your content somewhere on TikTok if your customers are not there. I don't know. If you are making, for example, product for for boomers, for example, those are kind of rarely, they are on there, but not so often, you know. If you're doing B2B content product, probably what you should do, basically, you should create content around it, and where you should post that content, I will say LinkedIn probably. Where are your kind of customers, you know? Why did you want to be programmer? Because it is easy way to start business, you know. You need only your kind of ideas and time and skills, and you can build products. And that's why I want to be programmer. For me, programming is just tool to build fun things. Yeah, for B2B marketing, the most challenging kind of thing is to get in eyes on decision maker, you know. That's kind of a problem. Yeah, Jay, you're right. But yeah, usually we have some observable object in SwiftUI app to manage some kind of general state and stuff like that. That's a relatively easy task to do, in my opinion. Maybe I didn't run in, so I don't know, some challenging problems, but it somehow feels easy in iOS applications. Yeah, for my... Hey, good evening. This application is very simple, of course, there is nothing big, but... Oh, actually, in this application, I probably do not do any kind of state management or whatever, but... Where is my snorkeling application? It is easy until it's yeah, you're right, sorry. Yeah, that's everything is easy when you already kind of figured out how that works. You're right, you're absolutely right. So I have, for example, here is my freediving application. Please ignore all that commented code out, but here I have basically state object model. I'm initializing it on the app start, and in that model I have something very simple, just 3 variables for now. I have basically show details kind of thing. Basically I'm kind of keeping eye all the time if I'm showing detail view, because if I'm showing detail view, I have kind of custom tab bar in the application. Can I build that application maybe while we are talking? And then I'm kind of, when I'm showing details view, I like to hide that bottom top tab bar. That's why I have it. I have selected training basically to kind of know all the time which training is selected, and I have just also kind of published a variable if training currently started or not. That's it. So kind of simple, you know. Yeah, hacking with Swift is great. Are great tutorials, yeah. Marketer who dropped marketing job. Yeah, that's nice. If you are a marketer, then you kind of can relatively easy this marketing part at least is clear for you. For developers, usually marketing is tricky part. Yeah, here I, for example, have this custom tab bar, and when I am kind of opening this screen, I want to hide it. And for that, I have this kind of show detail thing. And yeah, basically, you're using observable object, and you insert that model in kind of each and every view, and then you can kind of track that status across the application. Kind of, yeah. That's why I kind of, it feels kind of easy in iOS app, you know. Not very hard. How do you make your living with iOS development? Wanna learn it, but I don't know how to make money with it. Any development job is well paid, you know. Hacking with Swift is slow paced. That is so, yeah. That's why I recommend, usually when someone asking for kind of information, I'm recommending two things. Hacking with Swift is kind of slow paced and good for beginnings. Another one what I always recommending is Sean Allen's course. I like his learning style, and he's kind of quicker. Let's see if I will get probably no. Here it is. Here are resources from both, and Big Mountain Studio. Those are books for references. But yeah, that third comment from Slack bot, that is Sean Allen courses. There is free course. Definitely take a look on that, and yeah, then you will see if you like his teaching style. If you like, then kind of jump on other courses as well. When will you be coding? I don't mind to answer questions. All is good, no problems at all. Yeah, Big Mountain Studio books are amazing. I used it today and yesterday. Basically, I didn't do anything with Combine for a while. Opened it, refreshed my memory about it. Perfect, great reference, you know. I didn't see new MacBook wallpapers. Yeah. Which email service do you use the most? Gmail. How many mouse do you have? Here on this desk, 3. On this desk, 3. One on that desk, and yeah, probably that's it around me. Yeah, I have that big combined book. It was kind of pricey, and then also everyone started to talk about, Apple kind of sunsetting that Combine, but I don't know, I'm still using Combine, you know. I bought Big Mountain Studio, that Combine book. It was quite pricey. It was something $150, something like that. And I bought from Donny Walls Combine, Practical Combine, something like that as well. Yeah, it is very pricey, yeah. But that book actually is really cool, really good. I doubt Mark will kind of mind if I will just scroll it on the chat. But basically here I have opened SwiftUI Mastery and Combine Mastery. And I don't know, I didn't kind of read it a lot. I don't know, I were somewhere, I basically just started to read this, that first pipeline, and that was basically enough for me. I don't even remember if I went somewhere else, because there's those file kind of catchings and all that stuff. Yeah, I didn't read all of that, but that book is kind of, quite massive. Should I buy it? Probably no, because I don't know, I used 1/3 of it, but from other side, I don't know, I needed that information today and I had it. I could Google it, I could look in tutorials, I could figure that out, but I don't know, those books are good, yeah. Yeah, but Combine will be always behind the SwiftUI, that's clear, but seems that Apple kind of want to move us into that async kind of programming, but I asked specifically Donny Valls, so I have to kind of verify forms, should we still kind of use Combine or there are better options, and he said, yeah, still Combine, yeah. So I did Combine. And I wrote form verificator today and yesterday. Basically, it's kind of nice. Basically, you are kind of declaring your inputs, you're declaring your outputs for errors in my case. And here are just what we have. Basically, here is Combine stuff. Basically, I am kind of verifying email. As soon as the email is changed, we are kind of getting input. Then I have local library, that presenter, which is set by that input. Then I am kind of validating that input and getting error message for it, if I have error message, you know. And basically that happens with all the fields. Very handy stuff. Kind of easy to implement when you understand how that works. But as understanding that, getting that click for me was kind of hard. But yeah, when you kind of master it, understand how that works, it's kind of nice stuff and easy stuff to implement. And yeah, for me, it was just necessary to me to kind of look in that beginning to remember that we can do. Basically, here is a really nice explanation how that works. Oh, missed it. Okay, whatever. Basically, operators. Missed that point in book. Whatever. Basically, I found how it works, that you can basically add those operations here when you're mapping that input, and then you are you can add your own kind of operations, kind of generate errors, whatever you need. So really handy stuff. Book is nice. Expensive. Do I regret it? No. I'm getting paid to use it, so no. What you are working at the moment? Planning to upgrade core data model for my Habit app. Three months for keyboard delivery. Oh my gosh, crazy. What do you think, MacBooks or Windows for programming? If you are not programming for Windows, then MacBook. Might be a business expense for me this year. Yeah, I think I have all the Big Mountain Studio books, because those books are really great, and that's why I'm recommending. I have Combine Mastery, Concurrency Concepts, Animations. I bought some bundle, probably. Yeah, even working with data in SwiftUI. Basically, I have all those books. And yeah, they are great. I do not regret buying them. Well spent money, you know. I have the views. Yeah, views is nice. Is concurrency new? Oh, good question. Which it is? Concurrency concepts. That was summer book bundle. Yeah, I bought some kind of bundle. Oh, it's November 2021, not new. Big Nerd Ranch is good too, in my opinion. Big Nerd Ranch, I started with Big Nerd Ranch and iOS 4, but I didn't check what they are doing now. But why the book if you have internet? Because I value my time. Because here I can open, for example, open button, scroll it down, found, that is how we do it. Copy, paste, go. You know, of course I can go to ChatGPT, ask, then kind of validate answer, you know, all that stuff. So, I don't know, it's very handy to have it. And you can basically open link and, I don't know, list and read. And there is also something I opened it today and kind of read scroll view is kind of nice. There is kind of difference between list and scroll view. So yeah, this was kind of a good sentence. The list is effective basically, but scroll view do about the same, but is not so effective basically because of memory preference and so on. So list view is better. So that's kind of immediately kind of some kind of nugget of knowledge and a nice example when you can see how to make this and that. So I don't know, why not? I'm 40 years old and know HTML SSS Bootstrap. Is it good? Yeah, it is good. In 14 years I know nothing of that. That's cool. Thinking switching your Swift is Swift the original. Is Swift the original SwiftUI? No, SwiftUI is library to build user interface. And Swift is kind of to code business logic. Kind of, yeah. Kind of. Swift is kind of backend, local backend, and SwiftUI is kind of user interface. Where can I take tasks for improving Swift? Just build your own projects. Videos motivating. Oh, thank you, yeah. What laptop do you recommend for Windows with dedicated GPU and OLED? I don't know which. I didn't buy Windows laptops for last 10 years. Okay, we will need new data model. I already decided that I will add new field here and I will basically just save current date but we will need new data model. How we make new data model? I always forget how to do that. Somewhere here for that light migration. Where? In editor probably. Add model version. Here it is. Here we do that light migration. Light migration is easy. You just bump version number of your database and add whatever fields you need. If you're just adding fields, those are not breaking changes and migration happens automatically. If you're changing database, then you need to migrate data and never do that better. Yeah, better never do that, you know. By the way, you are the best channel dedicated to mobile development. It's small space in you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Brandon. Appreciate that. Do you have website in the browser? What do you mean? Open it? No, in the browser? Do you have website? Do you mean my website? I have, but I do nothing. It is very outdated. Ivers Meyers. I don't even have plan to update it. I don't know when I will do. I should, but I don't know when I will do. There is some kind of basically some apps that I'm building that stuff is very outdated and I should update but also I don't see big reason to do that. Okay, let's add user. That will be registration date. And that will be date. Okay. So we will need update our data class as well. Boom. Will that work if I will add that by hand? Probably. I don't know. It should. Public var. And that will be Let's just copy it to do not have typos. Copy it, go away. Are you going to switch to the new MacBook Pro with M2 Pro or M2 Max chip? No, I will not, because no really need for that. This machine is kind of plenty for me. I have M1 Pro, it is enough. I don't really need more for now. Oh, can we get that help from GitHub Copilot? Will that work now? Just test. Yeah, it works. It works kind of better in VS Code. Here I need to delete all that kind of, all those commits. Do you have computer science degree? Yes, I have, but I finished my computer science degree in 2007, even before MacBook was, iPhone was released, announced, whatever. So of course I didn't learn anything about iOS development there. And my skills, I do not see that education valuable, frankly. Those were 5 years, something like that. Kind of a waste of time, you know. Hey Rohit. Hello. What accessories do you have for MacBook? Keyboard, mouse, monitor. I don't know, nothing much. Microphone, stream desk. I don't know. Nothing much and plenty at the same time, you know. Some kind of switches. What else not? Oh, we have to switch. How we switch those databases? Somewhere we select which one is active now. I never remember how to do that migration. Where we select? Ah, maybe here. Somewhere we should select which is active kind of scheme, because currently this green bubble shows that mini habits 2 is active, but we need to have mini habits 3 active. Somewhere we should have some checkbox. User manual none. Versioning. Never remember where that is. Come on. Assistant layout. Nah. Okay, I will need to Google. Hey Marty, hello. How is your coworker? Oh, he's sleeping already for about an hour. Hi, how are you? I'm good, thanks. How many time you spend for code per day? Active coding? I don't know. I didn't count that, so I think 4 to 6, maybe more. Even now, you know, currently I'm home. I'm on stream for how long time? Almost hour. How much I'm coding? I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. It's hard to measure, you know. Xcode is full idle ID. You need nothing more but Xcode to build and release product. Is MacBook Air M2 16 GB enough for beginners? Yeah, plenty. Yeah, it's plenty for mobile app development. How to add spacing between table view cells? I don't remember from my head, sorry. There is flow layout, but to be frank, I'm using collection views more often, and I'm moving away from UI kit. I don't even remember when I used it last time table view. but for collection views there was something like flow layout, stuff like that, and then you are kind of setting size for everything. Basically, in those delegates for collection view delegates, there is where you setting data, where you're setting headers, footers. There were something that is also you can kind of set size for each cell, and there was something about flow layout, something like that. M2i, yeah, M2i looks very kind of nice and attractive machine. Yeah, I would like to have a reason to buy it. I don't have current plan. I don't know any kind of plans because I can't guess forward what will be requirements from next macOS, Xcode, and so on, and what will be next products. But I can see that I could buy something like, and in a year, whatever Mac Studio will be released, something like that for streaming and programming at home, and then M3 Air for traveling, something like that, maybe. Head for head section action, but that's different. It's adding, yeah, it's header, yeah. Yeah, it's different, that's header, yeah. I like black color. MacBook Pro has only gray. Yeah, there is no black, but black is fingerprint magnet, Maybe. How we set it active? Okay. Let's Google it, Core data, light migration, something like that. Lightweight migration. Here I see I clicked on that someday. Types migration, blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, move quicker. Once we made that notice, so where we do that? In file inspector panel on the right is selected. Model version. Change that section to March name. In file inspector panel on the right. File inspector on the right. I don't see model version. Okay. Identity type. Model version. Okay, I have something okay, different here. Yeah, here it is. I need just to select mini habits 3 and that's it. That's migration. Okay, now we will have this registration date for user entity. I can code for a long time, for example 2-3 hours, and I need a break, but after it activity becomes less. Maybe you had some same problem. If yes, can you advise something? Hard to say. Hi Anče, labvakar. Hi Anas. Hard to say. For me, I think I was asked how I can kind of program when I was currently I'm kind of chilling out on the evening and chat is very active, but I was asked how I can kind of focus and program when I'm doing also those coworking live streams. On Twitch, those streams are kind of less chat is less active usually. I don't know. I think that maybe I have some ADHD or what else not. I basically never feel that, kind of deep concentration whatsoever. I'm always kind of halfway distracted. So I don't know. For me, that kind of deep work almost never happens. And I'm switching focus and attention all the time, even without, streaming or whatever else. And for me those breaks are basically all the time, for me, 2-3 hours of kind of concentrate deep coding never happens. I'm always distracted by something. I don't know, by my thoughts, whatever. Nice. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now we have this date, and I could do that probably. Oh, that's subjective choice. I can't say which color for t-shirts will be the best for you. I can say green, but maybe you hate green color and you are looking good. You are looking bad in green color, you know. I don't know. I have that whatever it was, silver, not silver, but that grayish. Space gray, yeah. Maybe classic silver is already kind of fancy because, I don't know, I didn't bought silver MacBooks for a while, you know. Yeah, that midnight looks good, but I heard, yeah, that it is fingerprint magnet, you know. What do you think about current state of SwiftUI? Is it production ready? No, not ready, yeah. There are so many production apps I don't understand. Okay. Depends on project. Maybe you can, in some specific cases, you can run into the problems with UI kit. For example, hey Jay Wilson started with SwiftUI even without kind of. I don't know if Jay did any UI kit kind of, if programmed any UI kit kind of any line in UI kit code in production, but definitely started with SwiftUI. And working on production products, I'm using SwiftUI in production products. And I don't see why it is not production ready. I don't understand why it is. Why we have this question still. Yeah, that's the best, to take a look in person. Yeah, that question. I think that's kind of personal stuff. Everyone is different, and you have to find whatever works for you. And of course, you can ask what others are doing, and you can try different things. But at the end of the day, basically, you have to find something that works for you, for work and for concentration and all that stuff. Okay. Oh, actually, the session counter that's currently is in user defaults. Probably that session counter could be cool. Could be cool to have the session counter in the core data as well, because then we will be able to. Save it in CloudKit, because it's not so important actually. But basically, why use user defaults if we have core data? I will add it in core data, because then user defaults basically are deleted between app installations, but my core data models are saved in CloudKit and those will be restored. I will add that session counter here as well. That's kind of interesting kind of thing to have. Let's go with integer. Oh, you shipped one up with UI kit. Okay. Move it to SwiftUI and never look back. Yeah, I understand you. Yeah, with Swift you may run in some problems basically when you need to fall back on into the UI kit. But for me, if I am starting new project now, then SwiftUI is default, and if it is really kind of must-have, then I am adding that UI kit. And we have heavy UI kit project, that's my freelance project on which I'm working, and also all the new functionality, new screens, for everything we are using SwiftUI already. And currently, for example, that screen, this kind of model, that is for that freelance project. It's so handy to have SwiftUI for data kind of entry form, to use Combine for those field validation and all that stuff. With UI kit, that will be kind of more tricky to make that screen, I will say. Way more code. Here it is very kind of how many lines? Less than 200 lines for model, and for view. Okay, that view is kind of a bit clunky. I commented something out to test easier. Again, another 100 lines of code. It's halfway done. I will continue to work on that tomorrow. But basically, that is a registration form with data picker, with what else? There was data picker, city picker, basically multiple pickers, and 4 or 6 text fields to enter data, and basically all that validation and model everything, just a few hundred lines. Easy peasy, you know. Oh, hey, hello, Warm Peace. Hello. I wanted today to be on Twitch, but I didn't made it. I had meeting planned at 12. I had one meeting at 8 at the morning. Next one was at 12. That meeting, which was at 12, was moved to 1 and then moved to 3. So basically all the calendar was kind of broken, defragmented. I'm planning to learn Combine first and then switch to SwiftUI. Combine first. Oh my gosh, maybe you will not need Combine, you know? If you have kind of good use case for Combine, that's cool. But Combine is kind of not... I will not say Combine is easy to learn. And also I will not say that Combine is necessary to learn. In my personal projects, I have 4 apps in the App Store currently, and I'm not using Combine in any of them. And I used Combine in my previous freelance project, and now I implemented Combine in this freelance project. I didn't use it for more than a year, so I had to take a look in book to remember how to implement it, how to use it. I don't know if you know that you need Combine, good, yeah, but if you just think that could be cool to learn, it probably don't. That is kind of a little bit harder concept to learn, and you are not using it too often, so probably you will not need it. So that's kind of a waste of time. Possibly. Probably. Okay, so I think that I will go back to that calendar view, because here I am saving that session thing, and here we will save we will still read it from, we have to read it from user defaults as well, just for data persistency, to do not lose, do not miss kind of existing kind of counters. Is it kind of critical, business critical? Probably no, not at all. Currently we're using session counter only to ask for rating on starting from 3rd session, basically to do not rush with that, to do not ask on very kind of first session for that. Hey Nikita. Thanks. Okay, so I should fetch also user entity. Do I fetch user entity here? Probably no, but here it is. I'm fetching it in this screen. I will need to fetch it in settings as well. No, not in settings, but in calendar view. Where is my calendar view? Lost it already. Okay, database, go away, onboarding view, go away, calendar view, here we are. Yeah, we had that little bit discussion with Jay Wilson on her stream about that fetching on each and every screen. That's what Apple kind of showing to do. And in other apps, usually I have some core data manager, and do all those fetch requests there. But someone in comments said that that's actually kind of cool stuff to do because you always have kind of fresh kind of data. So I don't know. But for now, I don't want to overcomplicate anything. I will just fetch user entity and will kind of will run with it, you know. Oh yeah, basically we may have kind of in theory we may have multiple users. Practically that is just current user, and I don't have for now any kind of identification. Later we will be able to identify users by CloudKit identifiers. For example, if I will have some friends in my application as well to see how they tracking goals. But for now, I'm just picking first one, right? How I do that? Did I have some function for that? Probably. Here it is, yeah. First user. If users, here it is. Basically, I'm looking if I have user in the user entities, I'm getting kind of first one. If I don't have, I'm creating user entity, user object to save it. And here I'm doing saving. Basically, here it is, yeah. And I don't need name, but I will save. Basically, I need the same functionality here. Basically, I will do copy paste coding for now. Here we are basically getting first user, but here we will have username. We don't care, but we care about user session. Where it is my hello session counter, whatever I had. Registration date for sure we had. Registration date. So basically, if registration date is empty, only then we will kind of overwrite it, and that's it. User, basically that will be like that. User registration date. Can we go with is empty? Oh, actually, it never will be empty. You know what? Because that is default value for it. Rapid. Oh, that's kind of tricky. Hello. Rapid registration date. Rapid registration date will be. Yeah, I don't need that. Because that always will be today if it is empty. So let's go straight to the registration date. Let's go with if. What will be nil? What will be if it is empty? I don't know how core data work. Maybe nil. Let's test it. Probably something like that should work. And also we will need that user. We should add that. We should add this session counter as well. Here. Is managed public var. That will be int. And let's do that unwrapping easier here. Public variable. Is this vim mode? What do we mean by vim mode? No. I'm not sure I understand your question, but probably no. Vim mode for Xcode. Was that for shortcuts or something? Definitely that is just Xcode, you know. Property cannot be marked and is managed public var session. What is wrong here? Its type cannot be represented in Objective-C because of int or what? Why? What don't you like here? Integer. Don't you like integer 16? I don't think so. Something else. I have somewhere else some problems. Something else is wrong here. What did I do wrong? This looks correct. And it's managed session counter in. That looks correct. What's wrong here? I don't understand. Okay, let's Google errors, you know. That doesn't help. Editor vmod. No. I'm using mouse. I'm mouse user. I'm using mouse. Editor vmod. Ah, yeah, I see. No, I do not use that. What is wrong here? Why I can't add it? Do we have any typos here? Session counter. Let's copy it just in case. Should be fine. Optional integer 16. Do not see what's going on here. Maybe typo? No, something else. No, it's not typo. Press E insert mode, then you can type. You can write escape to exit it. Why? In that vim mode, I'm not kind of. Why should I use that vim mode? What problems I'm solving by that? Okay, here we are in Vim mode, so mouse still works. And yeah, here is basically something, insert, visual select. Yeah, there is kind of commands. Yeah, that's kind of cool, but I do not see what problems I'm kind of solving with that. What's wrong here? I don't understand why I can't add this variable to the Objective-C to core data model. Nothing crazy, just another integer. You know what? I will drop it for now, just so. I commit for the date thing, and that was kind of nice to have. Oops. Does that works at least? They're flying across the code. Yeah, that's cool, but I don't know. My typing is not kind of some kind of blocker for me. I think for those who are coming from Vim background, that should be very kind of helpful to have it. I have to learn those shortcuts first, all that stuff. I don't know. Save users. So basically we do I'm not really kind of happy that we are doing quite a lot of stuff in Appear, but probably that is the way to go for now. It's kind of starting to grow already. It's still kind of manageable, but okay, let's go with that. Let's add it here, just that will be fine. Here we are saving our user. And that should add that date. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if this if will trigger anything. Let's add breakpoint and we will see. I assume that if registration date is empty, we will get that nil here. Hey Anar, hello. Okay, so we are getting our user. So registration date basically is empty, nothing here, and we are kind of trying to add current date to registration date and trying to save it. Probably, hopefully, it is saved now in the core data. I don't know, we will see. Another breakpoint. And let's kill those breakpoints. So that's kind of working now. So let's kill application now and restart it. I hope to see that that date is saved. Yes. Actually, there is no kind of reason to save that user again. We are kind of wrote nothing in it. But yeah, whatever. So here is our user. Can we see anything by more than that? Any data fields? No. What's that? But yeah, basically the date is now already kind of saved. Okay, let's do... Basically we need that save stuff here. Otherwise that doesn't make kind of sense to save it. And here just let's print it out. Else user date. Yeah, here we have date, January 18. Let's say something like 25. Let's actually no, that will be until next release. Whatever, I will write to do not forget what it is. January until whatever, January. And yeah, basically if I will add some kind of, I would like to keep those users kind of like first users, and maybe to, I don't know, to add some premium features for free, stuff like that. Or if I will add those ads to do not show ads to them, stuff like that, you know. Just because they are OG, kind of very first users of the product, grandfathers and mothers. Okay, that's basically that's about it. I fixed I saved that user kind of registration date, and I have fixed thing in settings. Settings view was a little bit broken, that is fixed. Are we ready to release it? Maybe. Because I would like to get this out in production to start register those OG users, and then when I will come with next releases, when I would like to add monetization, I would like to kind of keep them, separate those from next kind of users which will come after next version. And that's the main reason for all what I did here. Okay, let's save changes and commit. Project update, yes, we need that. And we need this, yep. Oh, thank you, Anar. Thank you very much. let's commit this and push. I'm still like a boss in the main branch. This will be version 1.2. Actually 1.1. Boom. Oh, you're welcome. You found that free book. Nice, Sam. I just started and discovered you. Amazing. Learning every day to be iOS developer too. Yeah, keep going. That takes a bit time, and beginning is kind of hard, you know, but it's getting easier, I promise. Just do not stop. Do not drop that idea about learning. There will be kind of hard times, dark times, and will be exciting times as well. And that's an interesting job. Also well paid, so sure, why not? Go for it. Yeah, actually I would like to submit this for review, then I will do paywall. I have a few ideas about that paywall and all that stuff, and that is going to the next release, and could be cool to what do we have for Thursday. Yeah, weekend will be busy. I will be not able to work on weekend. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will release it in this week, maybe next week. Depends, yeah, what I will decide to do with that paywall. Yeah, keep going. Always remember why you started, from where to where are you going, and that just keep going and you will succeed, yeah. And programming is not easy. I don't like to kind of say, oh, that will be easy and fun ride. No. You will have hard times, that's fine, you will get over that. Everyone getting over that. Except those who quit, but you just do not quit, keep going and everything will be good. The hardest part is to be consistent, you know, when you are lazy, when you are tired, when you do not feel that you want to do that, just get over that, keep going, and then that's easy. After that, everything else is easy. Okay, let's create new version here. Promotional text. I really need to add new screenshots with widgets on it. I'm kind of lazy, I'm kind of pushing back that all the time. Let's promise to myself, next version, those will be new screenshots. Okay, what's new in this version? Small fixes for settings. For setting screen, and that's it. Save. For the setting screen. Actually, no one reading those details, but whatever. We should add something. Okay, do we have build already? Choose file. No. Build. Oh, okay, build is not uploaded yet. I'm just looking, where is my build? Why I don't have any, but it's still kind of processing. It takes a little bit of process. Here it will be, here it will be, here it is. Missing compliance, let's add that. So we don't have any encryption added. Save. And next task will be already kind of a little bit more interesting. I will need to add kind of in-app purchase products, then add apps, revenue cat, monetization, paywall, all that stuff. Okay, let's submit this for review, and probably I should go to sleep because it is midnight already and I have to wake up in 6 hours. Okay, that is it for today. Waiting for review. I do not expect anything that should be approved. Probably that version will be already in the App Store tomorrow or tomorrow night. Usually that doesn't take kind of much more time than up to 24 hours for review usually. We'll see. But whatever, I already can start to work on next features, basically add in-app purchase products, add paywall, think about wording for paywall, and add those premium features for what users would like to pay, or as option is to add ads. And then kind of premium kind of version will remove ads, and those who decide to use it for free, those will kind of generate some money from ads. For application with few hundred users, that ad money is close to zero. So I'm still kind of on the fence about that idea, but I don't know. I would like kind of to test how that works nowadays, because I had ads in my applications about 2 years ago, but I don't have them in any of them anymore. And because if that works kind of more or less okay, I could think about add integration in other apps as well. In my habit, in my fasting application, I have planking application as well. Those apps, I should kind of think about upgrades for those apps as well, and kind of monetization also is important to justify time spent on those apps. Okay, it's time to go to sleep. If you are interested to how that application, link of the app is in the description of the stream, should be. I'm pretty confident that I added it, and you can download that habit tracking application if you wish. But be sure that you will download and install application version which is currently in review, that is 1.1 to 1.1, whatever, and open just once this application to get that registration date, and I will keep those users like kind of first users. For example, if I will add ads in the application, I will not show for those users then. If you make app, you only checking only for iPhone, or you developing for all platforms? I'm checking for all my personal projects are iPhone only, because those applications are iPhone first, and that doesn't make big sense to make dedicated iPad application. And iPad application, that takes time to build, to make it good. To make good iPad application, you have to invest quite a lot of time, and that doesn't make sense for many of apps. I don't know, Instagram, for example, iPhone only, without their budget, And Instagram is app which could be used on iPad, For fitness sport applications depends again. Yeah, habit tracker could be on iPad probably, but yeah, that's basically my decision to make it MVP. That is still MVP. It's still kind of, I don't know if I will spend time on this application in a year, and doesn't make sense to build iPad up for sure. Okay, it's time to go to sleep. See you on another stream or on another video. Thank you, for hanging out with me here. And for those who are on Twitch, probably see you tomorrow, Really enjoying streams and videos. Oh, thank you. Okay, see you on next one. Bye-bye.